Hey everyone, we're back with another things we learned from moving to the Gambia. I'm Angela.
I'm Monica.
And I'm Mary Beckley, mommies of beckl3ysisters.
That is true. And today we are talking about the top 10 things to know before building a house in the Gambia. Disclaimer again, obviously, this doesn't only happen in Gambia, this could happen in any country, anywhere around the world. We're just speaking on things we learned personally from experience. And hopefully, this video will help anyone else trying to build a house in the Gambia or any other country from learning things the hard way like we had to. Let's start with number one.
I'll say number one will be don't trust all the contractors. My advice will be try to get people with different skills that you need for building the house. Contractors have the reputation in Gambia doing so many horrible stuff. I'm not saying all of them are, but there are many. And because of the majorities are all scammers, it makes it outshines the good ones. So please do not trust all contractors.
All right, let's go with number two.
Number two, don't build through rainy season, which is June through October. If you build through rainy season, everything will start to flood. Things will start getting moist and they could probably start to disintegrate because usually everything here is just cement and it will start getting hollow. Things will start getting bad and you just have to keep redoing, and that's just more money just running out the pocket. So please do not build through rainy season.
Yeah.
All right, moving on to number three. When you are building a house, it is vital that you come to supervise the building of your house. If you cannot come in person, get a very trusted friend, family member, just someone on the ground to make sure that your house is actually being built in a timely fashion. There have been many cases where the contractor will send the person pictures of their house, first stage, second stage, third stage. Come to find out, it's pictures they got off the internet or of a house in a whole nother area of the country or something. So definitely have eyes on the ground. I think it's very important.
Yeah.
Let's move on to number four.
Number four, I will say, as she stated, make sure you have somebody trusted. Now, she mentioned friends and families. Whew, that's a bit of a touchy subject because you never know who your true friends are till this moment when you give them money. So I would say be very careful. It's almost like a betting game of who you should trust. Even families can disappoint you when money is involved. Friends can disappoint you when money is involved. You can send it and you come and find out they've actually built their own homes and not yours. So be very careful who you are really trusting.
And number five,
Number five, most of the time when people say inshallah,
which means by the grace of God.
God,
For anyone who
yes,
doesn't know,
sometimes they're not as serious
as you would hope.
for your situation.
Mhm.
They could always come 5 hours late sometimes, maybe a day.
And it's not to say that anyone who says inshallah is a untruthful person. It's just that for like my personal experience, 8 out of 10 people that have said inshallah have never shown up or shown up way after the fact. So because of that, anytime I hear someone say, "Oh, I'm coming on Thursday, inshallah," I'm really like, you're not coming because that's
Not
just
much
what
to worry about.
is what's happened most of the time. So,
Okay, so I'm gonna, as a Gambian, inshallah is like when the most Muslims will say inshallah, meaning by the grace of God, I'll be there. The willing, like God's willing, I'll be there. But I think what has happened as time has gone on, people have become so untrustworthy that they're using the word so blatant, like it's losing its context. Before, back in the days when somebody says inshallah, they were giving their word, they would do everything possible unless it was God's will that it shouldn't happen. But from your experiences, since we've come home, we've noticed that not everybody means it and they're using it now just like drinking water or something. And please don't take it that everybody that says it, that means they're
no,
lying.
but it's not
I know that's
everyone.
what you have
It's
experienced.
just the majority is just so bad. The majority of them. All right. Anyway, number six. Be aware of, I'd say, the workers where they encourage you to get your building materials from. Because sometimes these workers, they'll say, oh, you should go to this specific shop, only this shop. turns out that shop is the most expensive, or their uncle owns the shop. So however much extra you pay, that worker is secretly getting a cut of all the extra money you're spending, which is quite mean to then just cheat someone out of more money, especially those who have worked like all their lives. They saved up every last penny to build their house here when you can go to the next shop. So just always check multiple shops, get a good idea of the price. Don't just go to the first one like any worker tells you to go to. They could have some secret ulterior motives, is what I'm trying to say.
Or even be business partners.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they are part of the contracting, they have a deal with the person. Maybe you go there, they charge you extra 30% for the item, and that contractor or that person gets that 30%. So just shop around.
Yeah.
It's hard though because you can't find a specific store that has, or a specific area, like you walk into a Walmart, the department of plumbing, you go in there, or go to Home Depot and stuff. Here, you have to shop around. Like there's stores all over the place, and just as much there's many stores, so are the prices. So you have to shop around.
All right, let's move on to number 7.
Number 7 will be when you're working with the different skilled people. Try to be very firm with telling them what you want. One thing we have experienced is that when you tell them, I want this, it's almost like you're talking to the wall. They're going to do what they want. And then since this is your dream home, you have an idea of what you want it to be. And you've been out there, so you've seen different things compared to what they're used to building. There's always like an issue trying to get them to understand how you want it. Like, for example, the light switches. They're very used to having the light switch of like the restroom outside of the restroom. When you request to have it inside, they look at you like, you have like 5 eyes or something like, why do you want to have the light switch inside? But that's what we're used to. So that when I go in, I can switch it on and off however I want it. But here, they put it outside. And there's so many other things, like how you want it designed. You tell them this way, they tell you, oh no, it's supposed to be that way. So just be firm. And if you're females like us, you got
They tend to take advantage.
They really do not listen.
Or underestimate what you're saying.
Yes.
They might think you don't know anything.
Exactly. So you might want to get some male figure family member to be standing next to you when you are actually requesting some stuff. Or as Angela said, just be very firm, be pushy. They will call you crazy, but at least you're crazy for getting what you want and not what they're pushing on you, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, now number 8, I would say, as far as raw materials for building your house, it would be best to get as many of those as you can outside of Gambia. I'm not saying that Gambia doesn't have good raw building materials. Just there's a vast number of knockoffs or much lower quality materials here that you pay all that money for, you put in, and then within the first 6 months, it's cracked, it's rusted, it's broken, it's malfunctioning, and then that just deteriorates the whole value of the home and your quality.
And it delays the project.
And it delays the project even more than necessary.
Yeah, because you might have to redo something. You're in between doing something, you've bought the materials, whilst they're doing something else, the first initial stuff has broken down, so you have to restart all over again. So yes.
Yeah. Anyway, number 9.
Number 9, make sure to get waterproof paint before you actually paint your house the color that you want. Because again, with rainy season, rain, it will peel off and you will see the actual raw cement, and getting more paint, which is just more money, it's just not good. I mean, no one wants that.
Yeah. It helps too with like water stains, or as soon as there's like heavy rain, because the rain here is not like little pitter patter. This is actual like hurricane level rain. So if you do not have a water sealant on your house, that rain is coming inside as well with you. You need to have the water sealant. Once that foundation is built, you've got the cement and whatnot, get that water sealant paint, let it dry a few days, and then whatever color, black, purple, red, rainbow, whatever color you want, then you can paint your house after the fact. But that sealant is important. The one we used is called Suviflex from Sunicare. Sunicare is a very good company.
Best one. If it wasn't for them, this house wouldn't be built.
Yeah, basically half the stuff in this house is primarily from Sunicare. They have appliances, paints, pretty much most of the stuff you need for building a house. Let's say, shout out to Sunicare.
Shout out to them. If it wasn't for them, we wouldn't be here right now.
Hey, Uncle Fatty, we look
Hey,
for
thank you so much. So shout out to them.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So,
Lastly, number
10.
10. Yeah, number 10.
All right. Number 10 is, whew, that's a very touchy one because it could fall in any direction. So you coming from abroad, when something like this happens, you come, your contractor hasn't done what you wanted, your house is not complete. The first action that you take is go to the authorities. Now, for us here, is run into the police. Unfortunately, just like in the US, we always think that whatever applies there applies everywhere in the world. Here, the police are so used to the stories about contractor took my money, contractor didn't do this, contractor has disappeared. They can't do much for you. So that was a shocking for us. You go to all the polices, they tell you, go get a lawyer. You go to the lawyer is charging you so much money. And with that, they can't even guarantee you're gonna have your money back, and they can't tell you how soon you will get your money back. So in order to avoid all the problems, getting the lawyer, paying all that money, just come down and supervise your house building. That's my advice.
There's been many cases, if you guys haven't seen, of people going to court with those contractors, and those cases will drag on for months, if not years, and you've ended up spending how many thousands of your hard-earned money for a case just not to work out, or maybe it works out and you only get like 10% of what you actually paid and lost to the contractor. So it's better to just make sure you're supervising your house.
Yeah.
The lawyer route won't really, is not guaranteed.
But if you can do it so we can teach them a lesson.
Yeah, there has to be justice
Yes.
somewhere.
Yeah.
Someone,
Yeah.
there will not be justice until somebody stands up and wins and fights, definitely. All right, Monica, would you close this up?
Thank you guys for watching. This was a long video, but not the longest, I'd say.
Actually, I'd say now it's probably the
Probably
longest
the
video we
longest,
have
okay.
made so far.
All right. Well, thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, turn on those post notifications, and comment to see if we actually helped you for building your
Yeah, if you
house.
have any similar
Yeah.
experience, please let us know in the comments.
Yeah, and thanks for watching.
Also, don't forget to stay tuned because
Yeah.
soon we will be coming out with our own story about our
Ooh.
Gambian contractor from hell. It's not the definitive title yet, but
you know,
it sums up what we went through, basically.
Yeah.
Get your popcorn for that one. It will
Popcorn,
be
get your
very
snacks,
long.
get your tea. That will be a very nicely full-length video
Yeah.
that we can get through. So,
All right. Well, thank you.
Thanks
thank
for
you,
watching.
everyone. Don't forget
Bye.
to share with your
Bye.
friends and family. Thank you guys so much for watching.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.